Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be giving an update on AIHS per request. So if you would like to watch my previous DD with full description of the company, you'll find in my description below. You can watch that after this update. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help this channel grow. Subscribe and turn notifications on to get the latest added videos. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. 1 month, 1 day perspective here. We get to see an MACD that is curving upwards and is probably going to be testing a reversal sometime soon, perhaps even as soon as Monday. Now, what we get to see here is on the billion percent R, the stock is heavily oversold in this stage right here, and you get to see an ADX that is a little bit choppy, but has the potential of starting a trend. Momentum seems to be building on after it has dipped on the 27th of July. It did lose a little bit of its momentum on 4th of August due to an offering, but it seems to be recovering after the lowest momentum reached is around the 7th of August. Now, reaching on forward, we get to look into the moving averages. The moving averages was a little bit switched off because of the offering. So nothing significant here in terms of the moving averages. We need to look into the 1 hour perspective. On the 1 hour perspective here, the stock price have been under the 200 SMA for a while. Nothing very much concerning here, but the MACD has gone from positive to negative and is probably going to be seeing a reversal towards the MACD or a test of a reversal sometime on tomorrow. So ADX does show a little bit of a sloppy movement. Nothing significant here in terms of that movement going on from 0.54 to 0.505. It did see a little bit of a pullback there. Stock is sitting a little bit towards neutral, hovering between neutral and oversold. So that's a good situation here. Momentum seems to be jumping up and down, but it seems that it is attempting to recover back to the positive momentum, but is a little bit choppy in the extended market. Probably would still recover during the day as we've seen previously in this action. Now moving on towards moving average band, you get to see the stock moving average band is between 0.65 and 0.79, so there is a bit of a room there for it to grow. The unbalanced volume has increased substantially. It did decrease today from yesterday, but it did see that kind of movement before it still jumped back forward. Now moving on forward, what we get to see in terms of the in terms of Fibonacci retracements, the current support is sitting at 0.40. The current support is sitting at 0.5 over here, and then we're going to quickly look into the 1 hour perspective in order to determine it better. So there we go. So the current is 0.5, and then it basically goes in 1 cent going up. So 0.51 is the current support. Below that is 0.5, and we get to see is around 0.52 is the current resistance, 0.53, and then it goes to 0.54. And then it goes to 0.55, 0.56, and then 0.59, and then we're seeing up to 0.61, 64, and then we're seeing in 67, 0.70, 0.72, 0.73, 75, and then 77. Going on towards the a little bit of a longer way back, we get to see that there is also resistance at 0.62 or 0.6, and then above that 0.62. Now moving on towards earnings, which would be very interesting for all of us. So this company hasn't confirmed its current earnings. Nothing concerning there, but the expected is it might be as soon as this Friday. Potentially on my broker, it actually does say 25th of August. But there's other brokers that are saying it's as soon as Friday. What I did was I ended up emailing the investor relations, and I suggest you do the same to ask them about the estimate date for the earnings. Hopefully we hear something back soon, and I will share it again on Twitter. Moving towards the earnings. How did the stock react towards earnings? Usually earnings, somewhere for instance around here, the stock did jump quite a bit around earnings. So this was the previous one, even though the earnings was still negative. I don't have the exact estimates, but it did see a jump. Now, the earnings before that, it also did see a jump. So the earnings was around here, and it did see a jump as well afterwards. And then we have, okay, so we've done that one, and then we got earnings back here. We get to see as well that it did see a nice price movement after the earnings. So it seems that for this stock, it does see really nice movements around earnings. And so that's probably what we're looking at in this case. We are trying to identify where how the movements for that earning would be, and it looks like it would actually be them positive, especially the stock that has a lot of potential in terms of the different PRs, as I mentioned in my previous DD. I still have a position in it, so I am still bullish on this stock. My average is still under the price where it is right now, and as it dipped earlier today, I did add some on my other account, and if it does dip a little bit further tomorrow as well, I'm going to be picking up a little bit more. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure you mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like it. You have a wonderful day.